Officer Momo, please stand. Raise your right hand. Do you promise that the testimony you shall give in the case before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Uh, Prosecutor, you have 10 minutes to proceed. Please start.
Thank you, Clark. Officer Momo, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Officer Momo, can you please state your name, age for this court?
Okay, so my name is Officer Momo, and I'm 49 years old.
Mm-hmm. What is your current profession?
I was assigned to the police station jail.
Mm-hmm. What did you see during your duty on March 1, 2020?
On March 1, 2020, I saw Officer Troy and Officer 5 brought in two individuals. One
Mm-hmm.
was Ultra Parker, who was put into the jail and placed in a jail interview room, and
Mm-hmm.
the other individual was let go.
I see. So, Officer Momo, what did Elta Parker do at jail interview room?
Do an interview with her advocate.
And when did her advocate arrive?
It's like a few hours after Parker was put into the jail.
So, what did the advocate do when he arrived?
He really wanted to speak with Ultra Parker, who was his client.
Mm-hmm. So, what did you do after that?
So after that, the supervisor told me that no private room was available at that time, and if they
Mm-hmm.
had to conduct the interview immediately, that will have to be in a jail cell with a guard present for security reason as per the jail code exceptions.
Mm-hmm. What happened next? Can you say what happened next?
After that, then I told the defense advocate if he wanted to wait, that was fine, but I was unsure when a room would be available. So I said that if he wanted to interview his client right now, it will have to be in the interview room with a guard present for security.
And after you said that, what was their decision?
So yeah, they decide to meet his client in the jail interview room.
Mm-hmm. Jail interview room. So, what happened after the decision was made?
So after the decision, we then proceeded to the jail interview room.
And what was your duty at the time?
Actually, I was about to go off safe, but the desk supervisor told me that I have to stay to provide the security in the jail interview room while the
Mm-hmm.
defense advocate was there to meet Parker.
I see. So, what did you do after you were told to provide the security?
So after that, as my supervisor asked me to provide security in the jail interview room, so I entered and brought in a chair and sat in the corner while the defense advocate met with Parker. It was standard for me to be in the jail interview room and follows our prison guidelines. And I was in not in uniform, our plain clothes, as I was
Mm-hmm.
about to go off shift, but my badge was clearly visible.
Mm-hmm. So, what did you do inside the jail then? After that?
Yeah, as my duty to ensure security, so I was just reading a magazine and not paying much attention to their conversation.
So, Officer Momo, did you notice anything inside the jail during the interview?
Yeah, I know my job to ensure security, but I did hear Parker said that he knew there were drugs in the car and that he and Kara were going to split the profits and from the sale at the party they were going to that night. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. So, my last question to you, Officer Momo, did you know the defendant prior to the incident?
no, I didn't.
That would be your honors. Thank you for cooperating, Officer Momo.
Uh, Good morning, Officer Momo.
Yeah, good morning.
Officer Momo, or are you on duty 1st March 2020 at Jaltan Police Station?
Yeah, I'm on duty that day.
Did you see Officer Strait and 5 brought 2 persons to police station?
Yeah,
And one of them was my client, Elsa Parker.
yeah,
So after the advocate arrived for my client, he asked you if he could talk with my client, didn't he?
yeah.
In your statement, you said that you asked the desk supervisor for the room. Is that correct?
Can you repeat the question?
And in further actions, you asked the supervisor for the room.
Yeah, I asked to the desk supervisor.
Yeah. And the desk supervisor told you that there was no room available.
Yeah,
Did the desk supervisor check the room?
It was hearsay, what the desk supervisor told.
I'm sorry, there's an objection to this question?
Yeah.
If the prosecution, what was the objection that the question asked for hearsay?
Your Honor, I humbly apologize to the court. It was not my time to object. It was the duty of my co-counsel. I humbly apologize to the court for interruption. I beg your pardon, Your Honor.
It's all right. Defense, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Officer Momo, did you check the room?
Sorry, I don't get what you mean.
Sorry, I will ask the question again. Did the desk supervisor check the room?
I didn't see whether the desk supervisor checked the room or not, but I did believe he checked. But I did believe the desk supervisor was right.
Do you remember giving a statement about what happened in this case?
Yeah, what kind of statement?
When written statement. So when you gave the statement, you were under oath. Isn't that true?
Yeah,
Like you are under truth today. Is not that true?
yeah.
And do you remember in your statement para 3, you clearly stated that the desk supervisor did not check the room reservation lock system.
Yeah, but I don't say that I see whether the desk supervisor checked it or not. I didn't see.
So you are saying you have stated something in your statement that you did not see.
Yeah.
Your Honor, now defense asked the witness prior answer in the witness statement be admitted into the evidence that the witness is now giving an inconsistent statement.
Okay, thank you. So the way we treat this type of situation, you've read the statement into the record. So the inconsistent statement that you're referring to is in the record as part of the trial, but the statement itself does not come into evidence. So the witness testified, you confronted the witness with the statement and you read the statement, and then you asked the follow-up question. So for purposes of bringing the evidence into this case, by reading the statement, that is part of the evidence, is part of the examination, but the witness statement itself does not come into evidence. So you may proceed. We don't bring the witness statement in as a physical evidence, but you've made your point and you may argue in your closing argument the point you're making.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you. Ms. Momo, according to your statement that the desk supervisor also told you that the fast availability of the room will be within 4 hours. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And you only told my client advocate that you was unsure and if he could wait or it would have to be in a jail interview room, didn't you?
Yeah, I asked about that.
So you never told my client advocate about the availability of room within about 4 hours, did you?
But I did told they will be a room available.
Yeah, in your statement, the desk supervisor told you that the first availability of the room will be within about 4 hours. I'm asking, did you clarify how long they would have to wait to get the first availability of the room? Did you clarify it?
No, but I did tell, and they know about there will be a available room after that.
Yeah, and you just only told to my client advocate that either they could wait, you was not sure about when the available room will be available, and either they could wait or they could take the interview in joint interview room, right?
Sorry, can you repeat?
And you just told my client advocate that you was unsure when the room will be available.
Yeah, but I do the rules. I asked them to choose whether they want to meet into interview room or wait or yeah, anything like that.
Yeah, but you have never clarified how long they would have to wait, did you?
Yeah.
You are saying you have clarified that you have told my client advocate about how long they would have to wait.
Yeah, I didn't know how long it will be take, but they know they will be available room.
Miss Momo, did you get my question? If you want, I can repeat again.
Okay, please repeat again.
Yeah, in your statement, you said the desk supervisor the desk supervisor told you that there was no room available and the first availability would be in about 4 hours. Am I correct?
Yeah.
And you told to my client's advocate if he wanted to wait, that was fine, but you were unsure when a room would be available. Am I right?
Yeah, I was told that I was unsure, but I did tell that if you want to wait, that's fine. So
Yeah,
yeah, it means will be available room later.
okay. So my question is, you have never clarified how long they would have to wait.
Yeah, I was unsure about that before.
Okay. Moving to the next question. In your statement, you also said that a guard would be present for security. Is not that correct?
Yeah, I was there for guard security.
Yeah. And you also mentioned that your supervisor asked you to stay to provide security. Is that correct?
Yeah,
So neither you were instructed nor did you tell my client that your presence would waive their security.
they know it will be the security guard, and I was present to inside the jail.
Yeah, I asked you, did you tell my client or his advocate that your presence for security could waive their attorney-client privileges?
I think there is no connection about advocate client privilege because I was there just for guarding, for security.
Okay, Mr. Momo, are you aware of Article 3 of the Jaltano Constitution that protects attorney-client privileges?
Yeah, I do.
And you also aware of the rule and guideline of 134.1 of the Jaltano Police Station.
Yeah.
And so you knew from the very starting that in one of the exceptional scenario, like a guard present for security could waive the attorney-client privileges.
Yeah, but I do know that there is a rule on some rule for Zaltano police station where it's from rule 134.1. It say that it will, if there is no room available, I have to be this, the security guard inside the jail. Yeah, to ensure security.
Yes, that's right. And also in the rule, if I want to be specific, in the rule C, except as provided D in below, to the extent possible, taking into the account stopping facility availability, shifted changes, advocate visit shall be conducted in private room to allow the conversation to be covered by the advocate-client privilege. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah,
And in the exceptional situation is one of them is if a guard present for security that might not get covered. I'm asking you, did you know the rules?
yeah. I know, and
Thank
I
you, Miss Mama.
didn't take attention to. Yeah,
Yeah, and still you did not give my client a warning about your presence for security that could waive their attorney-client privileges, did you?
sorry, I don't get what you mean.
You know the laws, you know the rules. Still you did not give any warning to my client that your presence for security could waive their attorney-client privileges.
No, they knew that there will be a security for, yeah, for Gabriel
Yeah.
prison.
Yeah, they knew there will be security for there will be a guard for security, but they never knew about the policy matter of Jaltana police station that you are aware of. Am I right?
Objection harassment, Your Honor.
Do you wish to respond, defense?
I guess, Your Honor, it's clear in the rules and guidelines of Jaltana policy matter of the Jaltana police station. So as Miss Momo is a police officer, he is supposed to know the policy matters of the Jaltana guidelines. So I am asking whether it was possible to my client to know the policy matter of Jaltana police station.
Okay, any of the judges have thoughts on the objection that they'd like to share before we rule?
Overrule the objection.
Okay. I agree. I think the line of, I don't believe that this is harassing questions. I think that the defense is trying to obtain an answer from this witness. I do think there's maybe some confusion between the defense and the witness in terms of what's being asked. So maybe I could ask the defense to maybe slow down a little and try to rephrase it a little, just state it a little bit more slowly so that Officer Momo can really listen to your words and understand what the question is. But otherwise, we're going to overrule the objection. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Miss Momo, you know the policy, you are a police officer of Jaltana Police Station, am I right?
Yeah.
And according to your policy matters, specifically Rule C and D, in one of the exceptional cases, if a guard present for security when there is no room available, that could waive the attorney-client privileges. Am I right?
You mean I was there broken the advocate-client privilege?
No, I didn't ask that. I asked you, did you know the policy matter of Jaltana Police Station as a police officer?
Yeah.
So you know the laws, you know the rules. Still, you did not give my warning to my client.
No, they know there will be a gab in prison, so yeah, they have warning.
Miss Momo, are you trying to say that the advocate, both the advocate and my client, was aware of your policy matters of the Jaltana Police Station?
Sorry, I don't get it.
Are you trying to say that both the advocate and my client was aware of your policy matters of the Jaltana Police Station?
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Momo. Miss Momo, are you in your full uniform on that day?
Sorry?
Why are you on your full uniform on that day during the presence for your security?
No, I was about to go off shift, but I do wear my badge and clearly visible.
And your badge only had clipped
Thumbs
to
up.
your belt. And you had on, may I ask the court to allow me some moments since I have to explain a lot?
Yes, we'll allow 2 more minutes to continue and complete this examination.
Thank you, Your Honor. Miss Momo, I'm going to repeat the question. Why are you on your full uniform on that day?
No, I was about to go off shift, but my badge was clearly visible.
Yeah, and your badge was only clipped to your belt. Am I right?
Yeah, but it's clearly visible. I was about to go off shift.
Yeah, Miss Momo, yes and no will be fine. Miss Momo, moving to the next question. You said you are not paying attention much during the presence of your security in the jail interview room. Am I right?
Yeah.
And you are reading a magazine?
Yes.
And still in your statement, even after reading a magazine, paying not attention much, you just heard those sentences clearly.
Yeah.
No further questions, Your Honor. Thank you, Miss Momo.
Thank you very much. Would the prosecution like to redirect this witness?
No, Your Honors. No further questions.
Okay.